Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visiting team and our home team. On the visitor sideline, their head coach. His guys fell in London last week, so they are right back at it the very next week. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. Her squad at 0-1, following the tough loss in the opener. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Whoa! Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he will score. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Melbourne. That his second TD catch of the season. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Tanner Brown on now for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Huskies will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to grind, because the reality is, if you can only play well when things are going your way, you're not going to play very long in the NFL. So I am very interested to see, Mike, what sort of approach does this guy come into today's game with, saying, last week is over, I'm going to remain aggressive, I'm going to put my team on my back and go out there and do whatever I have to do to get a win.
He finds Bell. That's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
First carry here, and it's Taj Brooks. And he will pick up a first down up to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They get an even 20 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
44-yard line.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent.
Ready?
The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
RPO, that one is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Marshawn Moore. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Redwoods. That his first touchdown of the new year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Redwoods come right back to tie it at 7. Now a timeout for injury. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Huskies offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Melbourne first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A big play on that one. 32 yards. First and 10.
Come on. Hey. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Here we go. Move it, 19.
They'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Huskies will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Redwoods offense ready for their 2nd possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That'll be swung out wide to Brooks. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now for 4th down, Trenton Gill will punt it away. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's a 3-point game here early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Punting time for the Redwoods, set to kick it away. Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Huskies offense ready for this next possession. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The defense has it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
From the 6. Get up.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, faking the give, forced to his right. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Demetrius Knight, he gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
3rd and 14.
Here we go. 77 Wolf.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
They'll go again with Lloyd. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one caught right side by Knox. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Come on. Set. Ready.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Don't want to risk getting pinned even deeper, so he makes the fair catch at the 6. The Huskies offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Crack all 80.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to get the 1st down up past the 35-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. They'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 27 yards.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And down quickly to Mitchell. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Redwoods are going to take possession.
Possession where the offense really had their way on the ground. They got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
The Redwoods offense headed back to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The shotgun snap, he'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. Here's a screen now for Lord. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Huskies offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Now a give up the middle, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That was good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Still 1st down.
Go! 77 more. Go!
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throw over the middle. Looked in by Mitchell. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the 46-yard line.
Cougar 19.
They'll throw out of the gun. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Redwoods are going to take over here up near the 40.
They'll take over first and 10. They're on 39-yard line.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
The Redwoods offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
And he's very close to first down yardage. They're going to mark him shy, though, at the 48. Third and inches. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. Here's Trenton Gill now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. The Huskies offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Handoff here, up the middle. They'll be marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 to the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half. They send the tight end in motion. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. To the air now on first and 10. Now he takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
More of the same right here, and you can see the numbers. They're really starting to pile up for the quarterback, especially on the ground here in the first half, Mike. And when he takes off running, you can feel everyone kind of hold their breath, both in terms of him being electrifying, but also the fact that they want to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
That's into the hands of Weston. This ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
A gain of 20 yards. First down, Huskies.
Ready.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Back to throw. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal. No signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Cameron Wk2. Touchdown Husky.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Here's Brown on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Huskies move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14.
Redwoods, 14.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms. We head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Redwoods offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1 yard gain.
From the 33, here's second and 9. He'll get this out wide. He'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. He'll drop the throw. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Aside that open man is Knox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 48-yard line. Here's second and 3. On the toss, it's Moore. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
He's got the first down and more than that. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, go!
They'll look to throw. Here comes the screen to Brooks. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Redwoods punt team now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Huskies offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
Got it, ready? Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
Now, faking the give. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory, past midfield. So, a big one there to start the drive. Pickup of 46 yards.
Here we go, here we go!
1st and 10 at
50
the
by
42-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. That one caught by Lester. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And this will stay a 3-point game. The Redwoods offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Lloyd. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready? Cougar 19.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Huskies offense and Adonai Mitchell set to take over once again. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. And that will be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Right back to him on 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Hit! 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. And that will hit and go out of bounds just on the other side of midfield. The Redwoods offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Forced out wide, and he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Okay, break.
It is 2nd and 9.
Here we go, Jack.
Give it up to the middle to Brooks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
76.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
They take this in back at the 16. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Huskies offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
They'll try the right side this time. And good blocking up front. paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 1.
Pat the 60. Pat the...
And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Hot 70. Hot 70.
He chooses to keep it on the zone read. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
Now a give on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No gain.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And at this point, there's just really no reason to not just continue to target him. He's been running free all game long, and you can see the numbers. They bear that out. It's evident right from the start that they were going to look his way early and often, and I think it turned out to be a pretty good game plan.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Redwoods offense ready to get back at it. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
3rd and less than a yard.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Ready, ready.
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hey, he's going to be close. Going to depend on the spot, but that looks a little short. It is short, And now it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
They'll go. It's Lloyd.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll try again here. It's second and 10.
Get it. 70 Tampa Wolf.
They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Ready.
Now, a big third down.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
Albuquerque.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. They'll look to throw again. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
10 yards to go.
Come on.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one caught right side by Knox. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
At the 17-yard line.
They'll run here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Hurry.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Second and 10. At
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. He gets free. Inside the 30. And the Huskies are right back in this one.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
So, it's a win for our visitors. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.